automatic emergency brakes. It's technology designed to prevent crashes and save lives, and now comes standard in most new cars.
But there is a problem there. There are no standards when it really comes to ensuring that they actually work.
Now, as senior investigative reporter Lisa Fletcher discovered, a legal battle is pitting car makers against regulators, leaving drivers in limbo.
There is no doubt that automatic emergency braking systems can save lives, responding in a fraction of a second to prevent a collision. But not all technology is created equal.
Most consumers aren't aware that there's no minimum performance standard for automatic emergency brakes right now.
So, unlike your seatbelt or airbag that is required to work in every vehicle every time, AEBs may or may not work, depending on the conditions, and you won't know it until you need it.
That's why we need a minimum performance standard, so that when a consumer goes to buy a car, they know that all auto manufacturers have to meet the same minimum performance standard.
It's exactly why the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, created a new rule set to go into effect January of this year to require all vehicles with AEBs to perform to the same minimum standard. But the industry that touts the technology filed a lawsuit in January to prevent the standards from taking effect.
What do you think is going on here?
I think that it always comes down to money. I think that the auto industry doesn't want to have to invest in getting the advanced technology.
Kathy Chase is the president of Advocates for Highway and Auto Safety.
Is NHTSA moving too fast for industry?
NHTSA is a very careful and risk-averse agency and would not have put out a rule that they didn't think that the auto industry can comply with.
The rule would require that by 2029, all passenger cars and light trucks with AEBs are able to stop at speeds of up to 60 miles an hour to avoid hitting another vehicle and 40 miles an hour to avoid a pedestrian.
This rule requires vehicles to stop at high speeds. My concern is that we are going to trade avoidance of front-end collisions for an increase in rear-end collisions.
John Bozella, the head of the Alliance for Automotive Innovation, which represents nearly the entire automotive industry, says the rule is impractical.
I worry that the testing requirements in this rule are not fully feasible at this stage.
Bozella says the industry is in favor of AEB standards, just not the ones NHTSA set.
How confusing is all of this for consumers?
I think it's extremely confusing, and that's why it was essential that the U.S. Department of Transportation issued this rule.
And in the latest turn of events, the Automotive Alliance agreed to put its lawsuit on hold when requested by the newly staffed Department of Transportation. Chase says that move allows the administration to dismantle the AEB rule.
So the administration could tell NHTSA to go back to the drawing board and come up with something that is more in alliance with what the industry is asking for?
Sure, absolutely.
What does all of this squabbling cost consumers?
It costs consumers their lives. To have the safest brakes in a car could make a difference between life or death.
NHTSA declined to comment on the lawsuit, but did tell us it is reviewing its AEB rule. Lisa Fletcher, 7 News.
Now, to see all of Lisa's reporting on automated safety systems in vehicles, go to WJLA.com.